I was struck by how often we measure our accomplishments in numbers, thousands served, and percentage of budget growth. When the true measure, I think, is really the persons that we've influenced and the colleagues that we've made. From its founding, Apicha has never been about the numbers, but instead, the persons behind the numbers.
Well, we wanted to welcome you to Apicha Community Health Center's 24th anniversary benefit. And Richard and I were talking about how it was created so long ago by 6 women who went to the World's AIDS Conference, and at the end of it said, what are we going to do for our community? And the people who they do help are those living with HIV/AIDS, lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transgenders, immigrants with limited English proficiency, which on some days when we're on the air,
that is me
that's
every
us,
day.
yeah.
That's correct.
Asian and Pacific Islanders and other communities of color.
In past galas, we've brought you heavy messages, battle cries, as we steadily transformed from an HIV/AIDS organization into a community health center. We've argued for Apicha's need to exist for the communities we serve, for the APIs living with HIV/AIDS, immigrants of limited English proficiency, LGBT, and people of color. We talked incessantly about our financial vulnerability. One Apicha board member called for the closing of our doors. However, amid this despair, a louder voice prevailed. Since when was Apicha not ever under the gun? We cannot close. Where else will APIs living with HIV/AIDS go? She cried. Since then, the steady hands of our past board chairs, Errol Chinloy, John Chin, and Mars Custodio, have led us towards our revival today. As we approach our 2nd anniversary as an FQHC lookalike, we are proud to say that we are now serving 1,500 patients, 500 of whom are PWAs. Our patient base includes 203 men and women of transgender experience. Instead of being in the red, our agency is trending on the black with clinic revenue of $2.5 million. We are no longer heavily dependent on grants as we have in the past years.
People don't succeed because they are lucky. They succeed because they set goals and are determined to work towards those goals. They plan for success and they pursue success with the right preparation. There is no great achievement that did not require preparation.
Friends, meet Apicha's new logo. The logo situates Apicha in New York City's healthcare community today and into the future.
We need to talk frankly about sex, regardless of your background. Regardless of your religious background, regardless of your baggage, you need to be talking about sex because that will keep you healthy. That will keep you safe.
The Apicha story is dotted with its share of challenging times. Precisely because of these challenges, I find it incredible to see Apicha grow from a relatively modest advocacy organization to a successful multi-service community health center. All I can say is that working with organizations like Apicha has been fuel for the mind, food for the soul, and a lift for the heart.
Apicha keeps its promises and then goes even further.
I will always remember the open hand and the hug and the follow-up and the phone calls and the acupuncture to this day. And so I wanted to personally come tonight and say thank you to Apicha, not just on my behalf, but on behalf of everyone that you touched. And I'm tremendously proud to be here tonight and to continue the fight forward so we can take care of people living with HIV and AIDS and also stop the spread of HIV and AIDS in New York City.
We swing and sway in the music, arms raised with the devotion and conviction of warriors. So we join Miss Gloria Gaynor as she belts out, You'd think I'd crumble. You'd think I'd lay down and die. Oh no, not I. I will survive. Hey, hey.